So we're going to be looking at the top 3 weapons to use in Season 4, Rebirth Island, or just Warzone in general. So up first, we're going to be looking at Kogot. So this is my personal hipfire build. And like I said before, it's just a hipfire build. So they did nerf the damage of this gun, however, it's still broken. It's not broken, but it's still like really fast, as you guys can see. To be honest, I don't really see a difference between pre-patch and post-patch. And we're going to look at the AK over here. This one is a juicy one because this gun used to have a lot of recoil, but after the patch where they made all the ARs really good, just have little to no recoil, this makes the AK really good in terms of fire rate, TTK, recoil, and damage per mag. And this is the build right here. Obviously guys, you can change this. This is just my build, what I find best while we're using these guns. So now with the AK, the reason why I have this underbarrel over here is because it helps with the first 2 shots recoil control. And what that means, just basically the initial recoil of the gun will be minimum. And this is what this gun struggles with the most, the initial recoil. So when you start shooting, it bounces a lot. This helps mitigate that issue. So you don't need to use this stock right here, the control stock, because after you control the initial recoil, this gun has no recoil at all. And I will show you guys that right now. And this is with the monolithic suppressor as well. So 100 meters, see initial recoil, that's the initial recoil. You got to control that. So I think I controlled it a little bit too much. So there, kind of missed a little bit of my shots. That's just me, but this gun is still really good. This has no recoil, good fire rate, good damage per mag. The thing that you want to do with this gun is keep shooting, do not stop, because that will reset the recoil and you get this bouncy recoil control. So if you just keep shooting, you get little to no recoil, as you guys can see. Now I'm just going to reset the recoil. So I'm going to do this, stop, go this, stop, go this. You can see there's a lot more recoil, and it becomes way harder to control. So you just want to keep firing with this weapon, just like that. And that's the AK for you. That's what my personal build is. And I don't know if it's meta, but it's top 3 in Warzone meta, and I believe this should be top 1, and I will show you guys why later on in the video. So this is a build right here, and this gun doesn't really have a lot of initial recoil, so we don't have this underbarrel here, this VAS foregrip. VAS? So we have the control stock instead. Recoil control is a bit high on this one. This one has a lot of recoil. The only reason why you should be using this gun is for the TTK and the damage per mag. The damage per mag, you can literally kill probably 8 or 7 people with just 1 magazine, and that's the benefit of using this weapon. However, the fire rate on this gun, super slow. So if you do miss 1 shot or 2 shots, the TTK will go up by a lot. So you need to hit your shots precisely, and you don't need this VAS underbarrel foregrip, whatever it's called, because this initial recoil, it has minimum, doesn't have a lot. However, the continuous recoil has a lot of recoil, as you guys can see. Even though the initial recoil was a lot, but I believe my recoil control did not reset. So I need to drag my arm way more down. With the AK, I don't have to move the gun at all. Or I don't have to move my mouse at all. But this gun is still really viable. I used it in ranked myself. It was pretty good. This is before pre-patch. Just before the update. Before the recoil controls and all that jazz. You could add, if you like, I don't like the iron sight on the gun. I just feel like I missed so many more bullets. So you could remove the iron sight and maybe put the VAS foregrip. And this makes it have no recoil. You guys will see. You see the gun barely moves. You see that? But I despise this optic. And here we're gonna have the Dravec, and this is my personal alert. It's not I don't know if this is meta or whatnot, but this is what I have. This fucking slaps. So they did increase the fire rate with this, so I don't think we need this fire mod. However, we can just test it real quick and see how the recoil is, because with this fire mod, the Dravec already has incredible damage range. So when having this fire mod, increase the TTK and the fire rate, obviously because the fire rate is higher. With this fire mod, it does reduce the damage range. However, this gun has a lot of damage range. This is 50 meters right there, and you should not be shooting 50 meters with an SMG. And let's look at this gun, how it shreds. If I hit my shots, just like that. This gun doesn't need to have a lot of recoil control attachments because it's an SMG, guys. Use it as an SMG. Look at this. Look at that. This should be meta. This might be meta actually, because they buffed this gun. They increased the fire rate, so the TTK is higher. And with this fire mod, would you look at that? This gun has no recoil. For an SMG that has, you know, fire mod attachments, the damage range is really good, as you guys can see. This is a fucking AR. Now I do have the control for the 50 meters, but nobody's using the SMG 50 meters unless you run out of bullets on your AR. You can actually see a difference between pre-patch and post-patch with this weapon, unlike the Kogot. And here we're on the juicy one in terms of shit. Pile of diarrhea right here. This DS20 Mirage, I never liked it since season 1, I believe, or season 2. This gun has amazing TTK, good damage per mag, decent fire rate, so it's basically like the Rampart but with higher fire rate, but it does less damage obviously, and it has more recoil, as you guys will see now. Now initially this gun does not have a lot of recoil, but as you start, you can see the optic. It's going top left, so it's going top left, so you need to control that and aim bottom right to control it. Which makes it awkward to aim. It's probably easier to control this weapon on controller. But yeah, it goes like left and right, so I would recommend with this gun to stop and then fire before you switch to your next target, instead of continuously firing like the AK. Then stop, then stop, then stop. Like, it's a good gun. You could add maybe like a muzzle to increase the recoil, to decrease the recoil more. But, you know, just to show you like an example, I'm going to put this underbarrel, which is a meta apparently, and you guys will see how bad it is. See, look, like it's going up so much because we don't have the stock. But those initial recoil is good. But this gun already has good initial recoil, so you don't really need this underbarrel. This underbarrel, it sucks for this gun. It's not good. But people say, oh, initial recoil matters. It doesn't when someone's moving literally left and right. This Warzone is a tracking game. It's not multiplayer, guys. Good initial recoil and good continuous recoil. If that, I'm just making words up. Continuous recoil, is that even a thing, guys? I don't even know myself. Now we do have the carbon right here, but this gun is actually really good. I got iridescent with this gun at level 22, and it's mainly because of this magazine here. Not this one, sorry, this one. I don't know why I don't have it equipped. So this magazine, you do need to prestige the gun. Now I don't know why I do not have it. I think Call of Duty are trying to sabotage me or something, because I did not pick this extended mag 2. However, this is the, oh no, I do remember I was making a thumbnail. With this prestige attachment, not only you get bullet deviation, but you also get vertical and horizontal recoil control, and not even that, the main part, damage range. Wow, amazing. You should have this. This is a must with this gun, but you get extra damage range, and then you can add the speed barrel, which makes this gun even more faster. Okay, what was that? Anyways, bruh. This gun is probably meta now. Now I don't believe they buffed this gun, but they nerfed the Kogot. I don't know why my game's lagging as well. Either way. Look at that. That is amazing right there. This has minimum recoil. I mean, nobody's shooting 50 meters, so that's why I'm struggling there. No one's shooting 50 meters, guys. Come on, with the SMG. I mean, some with maybe for the Dravec, but not this gun. But that's the loadout right here. Basically, everything on speed mode because this magazine helps a lot with the damage range. So now, honourable mentions the MK35. This gun has no fucking recoil. Would you look at that, guys? And this is number 6. This is not like meta anymore because they did nerf it. However, this gun still slaps. This gun still slaps. Now, I honestly don't know why this gun is not even top 3. This gun still slaps after the nerf. Like, who doesn't want to use? Who doesn't want to use this gun? Come on. Even when this gun was meta, pre-patched, I think season 3, early season 3, I was using this on it. I wasn't using monolithic because this just felt way nicer to have. And this is the loadout. That's it. And then I do have the VST. Now this is some random ass loadout I made because I didn't have this gun max level. I do have it level 25, but this gun still slaps. The VST. Look at that. But the reason why I don't like this gun is because I killed 2 people, 40 rounds of a mag is gone. So I play a lot of quads, and then if another 2 people rush me, I'm basically fucked. But if you do play, like, you down 1, you have to reposition and all that. That's how you should play the game if you want to be good. Some people are so bad that you can just stand there and kill both of them just like that. Those are the class and setups for this new season. The AK is super highly underrated. Even pre-patch was highly underrated. So those are the guns and loadouts that you should be using. Make sure you use either smoke or stims on your tactical combat axe, or mainly the Semtexes if you're playing ranked, because Semtexes help you a lot when finishing a kill. If you down someone on like a window and you want to run up to them, they're gonna self-res if you go take the long way. So you just throw a Semtex or 2 through the window to try finish him off. And yeah, for perks, usually I run drill instructor. If you're playing as a stack, one of you should be using this perk because this does not stack. This makes you run faster around your teammate. It's like a radius. I don't know what the radius is, but it makes you run faster. Sprinter perk is a must have. I just love to tack sprint, especially with my knife. I just love to go whizzz. You could have quick fix, which is highly beneficial, especially with the Kogot hipfire build, where you can play up and shoot at the same time. You could have reactive armor if you're like a camper. You take a lot of damage as well. You don't have to waste armor because if you just wait for 2 seconds, your armor regenerates to 100%, which is kind of broken if you really think about it, because you're getting free armor plates if you're a camper, obviously. But yeah, that's kind of broken, but I don't use it because I'm not a camper. Sometimes I use survivor. However, in rank play, I believe, I don't think you get one shot by snipers in rank play. So if you're playing normal, use survivor, because there are a lot of snipers, people with Kar 98s and shit like that. There's one shot you to your head. But I forgot to mention, this makes you invulnerable. It gives you like a 1-hit protection against like ballistic weapons, like, you know, Kar 98, or like the snipers in general. If you get one shot in the head, you won't die with the survivor perk in casuals or just normal rebirth island. But I use tempered because that's not a thing in rank play. You still, if you get one shot to the head, you still survive no matter what. So looking around, I do see this fire rate break. That's what it's called, and this increases your vertical recoil and your fire rate, which is kind of juicy, but only by 3% though. It's not a lot. Oh, actually, never mind. Hang on. So with the Kogot, it goes from 968 to 1000. 1000? Oh my god. And with the hip fire build, it doesn't really matter if you have more recoil control because you're hip firing. How do you even get this muzzle? I do really want to try this out. This is kind of broken right here. However, on the AK, it's only by 2%, unlike the SMGs, which is 3%. Oh, for this one's 2% again. Okay, so with the Kogot, it's 3% more fire rate for some dodgy reason. However, with like the Dravec, it's only 2%, and the AK is 2% as well, 3%. So you get a big buff with the carbon because it's free. I don't know why they didn't do it for the Dravec. It does make sense, to be honest. And the gun fucking does like 50 damage. It is what it is. Hope you guys do enjoy the video. Be sure to experiment with that muzzle because I don't even have it unlocked. And let me know in the comments what you guys think.